to Muse on the Mic. I'm Riley.
And I'm Emily. We're so glad you're joining us again for another awesome episode.
Today is bylaw. We have lots of experience with bylaw officers over the years. Most are hysterical. Some are a little bit like terrifying at times, but either way, we've had great experiences with them. So we want to just go down memory lane a bit, talk about kind of a little bit of history stuff and some current things that are still going on.
The big things of not just training, but my first boss was a very paranoid fella, and he would drill into us, like kind of figuring out if someone was an undercover. Like to him, worst case scenario was you offered or solicited sexy services to an undercover cop because you'd get a ticket. Now, a ticket is a yellow equivalent to a yellow parking ticket. It's a bylaw infraction. It's not a criminal charge, but you don't really know or feel that when you're 21 and you're shitting your pants and some guy in a city uniform is flashing a badge at you and writing you a ticket. And you got to tell the boss what just happened because he
Yeah.
equally gets a ticket, right?
Mhm.
So, anyways, we discussed a lot was figuring out undercovers, and there was a weird procedure about what we were going to do in a session. You wouldn't go in knowing in advance. There was no such thing as the Muse all-inclusive pricing where you just get top quality, top services, all for one price, like an all-inclusive resort. We had tipping tiers, and so you didn't know if it was going to be a basic session, which is just a massage, or if he was going to want a topless session, a nude session, something called a nude reverse, or a body slide, and so on. And so you had to ask really strange questions and observe really strange things. And lo and behold, shocker, I was really good at figuring out bylaw officers. Good, even to this day, I'll still knock on wood for it. uh, Always figured them out, and I'd fuck around with them once I knew for sure, because some of them were good at their job, but some of them were so bad at it that it was hilarious. I remember middle of winter, we're talking Canada, right? So like snow, slush, salt on the road, like everybody's boots are usually disgusting when you come in from outside. Sorry, but if you're in plain clothes and you come in with shiny steel toe boots,
Right.
listen, if you're doing construction, you have dirty steel toes. Unless you're in a marching band, you're a cop with your shiny shoes. That's stupid. I remember one guy bringing like his winter like bomber jacket, hung it on the door, and on his lapel, he had a little police alumni fundraiser pin.
Good catch.
Bro, it's really bad at this. But the name of the game was balancing around entrapment locks. And the very beginning of my career, they still existed, and then they faded out. Cops could say whatever they want to try to trick you into anything. So you'd play this like question answer game with them, except it wasn't question answer, it was question question question
Right.
question. So he'd be like, "So what else can I get?" And I'd be like, "So what are you looking for?" And he'd be like,
What do you
"So what do
want?
you offer?" And I'll be like, "Well, what are you in the mood for today?" Well, last time did you do that? I was like, "Well, is that what you got last time?" Play this obnoxious game of 20 questions back and forth. And it was funny because a cop would just continue thinking up questions to be like, well, how much for this? Or do you offer this like the other girls? Or I've been at another place and they just make up shit like that they're told on their training on what to ask, right? Regurgitating questions. And any normal client was, why are you being weird?
Right.
Call it out right away. They'd like roll over, show their heart on, and be like, "Can we just do the thing? Can I just eat your pussy? Like, what's going on?"
Right.
Fun to get to it. Cops would lay there during their massage position, just being like, "So what else? So what's on the menu? So what
Mhm.
else do you offer?" And I'm like, "Are we really going to do this for 25 minutes into a 30-minute session?" But we did. We
Yeah.
danced around those questions. I never sweat so much in a session than I did having to give a legitimate massage to a cop, knowing this cop, watching the clock. This is the longest half hour of my life. And I mean, I could do a decent massage for like 7 minutes, but I don't have 29 minutes worth of RMT moves. So you're making up shit as you go. You can't climb on the table like we normally would do.
Right.
So you're on your feet, you're in this weird 45-degree angle, your lower back is like, what's happening? It was this literally cat and mouse game of trying to figure out these coppers. And I remember one particularly. My boss had several locations over the years, and we were at Dufferin and St. Clair while there was ongoing construction in the streetcar expansion. It was like the worst construction project ever launched in Toronto. 7-Eleven downstairs. So cops were always there. Stop
Right.
at the 7-Eleven, coffee and donuts, wander upstairs and try to pull some shit.